A few days ago, it was reported that G4 would be laying off many of their employees. Shortly after the report, G4 announced on their social media that they would be canceling all of the streams that day, but they would be back to work the next day. So a lot of speculation started as to who would be affected by this, and primarily there was one name that many people were asking about, the one name that created so many problems for G4. That would be Frosk. So of course, the layoffs came, announcements were made due to individuals posting on social media, and then the next day, Frost comes out with this tweet right here, showing how completely tone deaf she is and how she clearly doesn't care about anyone but herself. So while her friends and colleagues were losing their jobs, in a large part because of Frosk and her rants and her attacks on the entire fan base of G4, Frosk decided to throw shade at her haters and celebrate that she didn't lose her job. Now, as you can see by the ratio here, she got obliterated, rightfully so. So, of course, it just proved that G4 really had no interest in doing the right thing, and they decided to get rid of a lot of people that probably had little to no impact on the demise of the company, all while being terrified of the person that did. Now here we are, just a few days later, and things are getting very interesting. Now, before we go any further, I have to give a shout out to my Geeks and Gamers brother, Ryan Kennel from RK Outpost. This is where I'm getting this information. So if you have not, please go subscribe to RK Outpost. Ryan is now at 172,000 subscribers. He's crushing it over there. He also runs Sports Wars for us. So credit where credit is due. So going back to this, a few days ago, this was on September 15th, a few days ago, and Frosk, you look at her bio now, and hey, it looks normal, right? You know, well, normal as it can, but it says Frosk, United Talent Agency, Twitch.tv, I'm Frosk. Got her pronouns because of course she does. And it does have a link to a G4 TV esports YouTube channel. But something's missing there that has been in her bio for a long time. Now, it could be coincidental. It could be her trolling. If she was trolling, I would actually have to give her credit if she was trolling. I have no idea, though. She could be. And if she was trolling to get reactions from people like me and many others, I would give her full credit. But I do believe something more is going on, but who knows? Ultimately, her bio just a few days ago looked like this. Do you notice one thing that was changed? That's right. G4 host was in her bio. Now, this is on the Internet Archive, and just as soon as a few days ago, her bio said this. Today, it doesn't say G4 host. So what's going on? It will be interesting. Now, if she is gone, does that change anything for G4? No, it changes nothing. G4 has proven that they have no respect for their fan base whatsoever, and they've shown us that through their behavior. The fact that they retweeted the Frosk video and said that they stand with her, only to then delete it later on, silently deleting it, by the way, also removing the video from their YouTube channel. They pushed this out there. It got millions of views. They got all of this fake support out there. They thought they were doing the right thing, and then, of course, they started losing subscribers. People were very angry with them. Frost continued to attack people. And again, as my video said, this was all over her not knowing what she was talking about in an Xbox and PlayStation discussion by her saying that the PlayStation 5 was a dead man walking in 2022. Now, again, you can have that opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. You can say that, but understand when you are covering gaming, gamers are passionate. Gamers are not going to take lightly when you criticize their favorite console. That's how it is. Deal with it. That's part of the internet. When you're going to make a ridiculous statement that the PlayStation 5 is a dead man walking in 2022, you have to understand you're going to get a lot of backlash. But of course, Frosk played the fake victim. She tried to blame the entire audience. She tried to spin this ridiculous narrative about Morgan Webb and Olivia Munn and how they weren't supposed to be easy on the eyes for you. But that's exactly why they worked for G4. That's exactly what they were utilized for at G4. But of course, this just continued a spiral that I have covered many times on this channel. it doesn't matter if she's gone at this point. It will only be funny, but it really has no impact on my view of G4. None whatsoever. I have one positive view of G4, and that's Gina Darling, based on personal interactions with her. She's great. I've talked to her on social media. She's a sweetheart. She's awesome. We may not agree on things. She may have her own views on things, but in terms of her interactions with me, she's been great. Everyone else at G4, I have a negative opinion of them based on this person and people like Blair Herter, people like Adam Sessler. They all seem like horrible people. But we'll see what happens with this. It's a very interesting story, and we'll continue to pay attention to it because everyone is interested as to what's going to happen to the person that decided to call all gamers sexist and misogynistic. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.